Dividing whole numbers. So there's different ways to show dividing. You could see it like, we're going to show these numbers. So you could show it like this, 8 over 2, or 8 divided by 2 like below. Or maybe you'll see it like this, 8 like this. So 8 inside this, right, division, and then we have the 2 on the outside. And then other words, so this 2 is called the divisor. And the 8 is called the dividend. And so we're asking how many times can 2 go into 8, right? That's another way to think about it. And so when we look at this, so if we show 8, how many times can 2 go into 8? Well, let's go ahead and like just circle every 2 we see. And so when we get 8 divided by 2, right, like how many times can 2 go into 8? Our answer is 4, because we see 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just like a fun way to visualize this with smaller numbers. And so let's go ahead and start looking at our example 2. So Victor is at a local college administering flu vaccinations. In the first 90 minutes, he administers a flu shot every 6 minutes. How many people then can he give the flu vaccination to in the first 90 minutes? So what we're looking at is we're going 90 divided by 6, right? So that's our problem. And so we're going to set it up like this. So 6 can go into 90 how many times? Well, 6 can go into 9, right? We're going to look at this one. Well, 6 can go into 9 one time. And what we do is we look at the 6 times this 1, right? We go 6 times 1, so that's 6. Now we subtract 9 minus 6, we get 3. Right, so we have a remainder of 3. Then we go ahead and pull down this next digit. That's a 0, so we have 30 now. Now 6 can go to 30 how many times? Well, 6 can go to 30 5 times, because 6 times 5 is 30, and we subtract and we get 0. So what's our number, right? How many people can he give a flu shot to in the first 90 minutes? 15 people. Now, if you're unsure, the great part about this is we can go and do the reverse. So we can go 15 times 6, and we can make sure we get 90. 5 times 6 is 30. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 3, so that's 9. So this checks out, and this is how we can check our answers. Now let's go ahead and look at the next example. So example 3, the cost of 14 wheelchairs is $2,730 before tax. So what is the cost of each wheelchair? So we're going like this, right? So how many times can 14 go into 2,730, right? Or look at the price of each one. So now we have 14. Well, 14 can go into, right? It can't go into 2, right? So another way to think about that is 0, right? 14 go into 2, 0 times, but 14 can go into 27, right? If we look at both of those numbers together, 1 time, because 14 times 1 is 14, so we subtract, we get 3, and then 1. Then the next step would be to pull down this 3, right? And so now we have 14 can go into 133. How many times? Let's go 14 times 9 on the side. 4 times 9 is 36. And that's 9 plus 3, so that's 12. So 126. Now we know it's not 10, right? Because 10 would be 140, because 14 times 10 is 140. So we looked at 9. Now 3 minus 6 can't be done, so we need to borrow 13 minus 6 is 7, and then 0 and 0. So we're left with just 7. Now we're going to go ahead and take down this last 0. 14 can go into 70 how many times? So let's go ahead and go 14 times 6. So that's 24, carry the 2, that's 8. Well, 84 is too large, right? Because we have 70. So let's go 14 times 5. This is 20, carry the 2, and that's 7. So we have 14 going to 70 5 times. We subtract and we get 0. And so we are left with, then the price per wheelchair is $195.